big read for a small price.
David Liston from One Big Switch is on the line this morning. How are you, David?
I'm well, how are you?
Thanks for joining us. Now, pretty recently, I let a 12-month contract roll over. How stupid was that?
Oh, I wouldn't go as far to say it's stupid, but it's you're definitely not getting a good deal. You'd be back on the standard rates, I'd imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Which, depending on your retailer, can be quite significant. And I mean, the fact is there are discounts out there, and you're missing out at the moment.
Right.
So you are paying too much.
And what are the factors that cause somebody not to negotiate that little bit stronger or check things out that bit more?
We've found the biggest factor in not shopping around is apathy. So people are too lazy, they couldn't care, they don't want to know about it. We actually found that 42% of our members that haven't switched before, they think that the savings wouldn't be good enough. 18% just couldn't be bothered, and 14% thought that switching energy seems too hard. I mean, these are all sort of apathetic responses. People essentially don't want to know about it.
And is it true that even in some cases people would have said, "Oh, we like our current supplier"?
I mean, that's the biggest myth. People don't. We found that 8% of people actually like their current supplier. So it's by no means loyalty. Because we found that loyalty is not rewarded. So if you haven't switched before, if you've never switched to a good energy deal or a discounted electricity and gas deal, you're paying what we call a loyalty tax. So you're getting taxed more for being loyal to your supplier.
Are we getting better, do you think, at being a bit more ruthless ourselves as customers?
I think we are. I think consumers in Ireland and across the world are starting to switch on a bit more. You see people shopping around for their groceries a lot more. People do check where the best fuel is, like petrol and that kind of stuff. But what people really need to start working on is their electricity and gas, because the big difference with their electricity and gas is it's the same product. Unlike your groceries or your, any other consumer product, there's no difference in what you're getting. So regardless of what retailer you're getting the same electricity, the same gas. So you may as well make sure that you're getting the cheapest deal.
Well, when I came to energy, I was a bit more focused than in the other case I mentioned, and I did negotiate and look at the different deals, and I ended up getting 25% in the year off my gas and electricity bill by doing one of the combined deals and switching from the existing provider who had never even really noticed I was around once I was paying them, and then suddenly told me that they loved me and I was great, and sure, what was I doing leaving? Well, because it's 25% cheaper for 12 months.
Yeah, it's funny what'll happen when you start to vote with your feet. I mean, we find that there are certain segment in the market like yourself who regularly shop around, but that's 1/3 of our members actually don't. So unless you've switched before, you should definitely start thinking about it.
How does One Big Switch work then?
So One Big Switch is a consumer network. What we do is we group people together. So we say, listen, come to onebigswitch.ie. We'll take the legwork out of it. We'll use the buying power of thousands of our members to go to those retailers just like you did and say, listen, we've got thousands of people here looking for a discount on their energy. What's the best deal you can give us? The energy providers, they see the advantage in all of these thousands of customers, potential customers, and they'll give us a discounted rate. We'll send it to our members, and then you can choose to take it up if you like.
Right, and the way you describe One Big Switch is a for-profit with purpose enterprise.
Yeah, absolutely. So the way we make money is when our members save money. So say you join onebigswitch.ie, we get you a deal, we send it out to you. You have a look at the deal and you go, you know what, that's a good deal. I want to switch to that. If you decide to switch, we'll get a commission from the provider for finding that customer for them.
And have you always managed to get better deals than, for example, I did, where, I think I did reasonably well getting 25% off my combined electricity and gas bill for 12 months?
Yeah, no, that's a fantastic deal. And like you said, there are offers out there. What we think is we can generally get, much more competitive offers when we've got the huge buying power of thousands of members. So it's the same concept as anything. We can offer a lot more money to the providers in the form of new customers than an individual can. So we hope to get much better offers than you can get on the market yourself.
So how does it work, David? I mean, at a certain point, do you or one of your colleagues make a phone call to the energy provider and go, how are you? It's us again.
Yeah, absolutely. So whenever we run these campaigns, we get in contact with providers. We say, listen, we're going to run another big energy switch. We're going to get thousands of customers. We want to start working on an offer. And then once we get that off, they won't all come to the table, but a couple will be interested. They'll start working on an offer, and then we choose one offer from one provider that we think to the majority of to the advantage of the majority of our members.
And David, when you do send out the offer to individuals, what's the percentage take up among those who initially expressed interest with One Big Switch?
It varies. It varies on the product and the campaign. Of course, not everyone takes it up, but what we do find is that thousands of people do save money one way or another. So when we send the offer out, we say, listen, you've essentially got three choices here. You can check out the offer. If you like it, fantastic, switch to the offer. Another option is to take that to your current provider and say, listen, this is what these guys at One Big Switch have worked for me. Can you beat it? Can you match it? And I'll stay with you. And another option is to go shop around with it. So use it as leverage with other retailers.
Yeah.
So we find that thousands of people take up all different options there.
I mean, I know you don't deal with it directly, but an astonishing headline in the front page in one of the papers this morning suggesting that yet again health insurance is going up, and some packages in the next 12 months going up by as much as €700 per year for a family. It's just terrifying.
Oh, absolutely. It's another one of those household bills that a lot of people choose to ignore and end up paying a loyalty tax like they do with their energy. We've run a big health insurance switch in the past where we've got group discounted health insurance for our members. I mean, that's a great way to do it, but like I said, you can do it yourself. So if your health insurance is going up, I'd give your provider a call. I'd shop around. I'd check out some comparison websites, but I definitely wouldn't be, just letting your health insurance premiums roll over.
Yeah, it's a very interesting expression that you use there, loyalty tax.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's all sorts of businesses around the world that actually reward you for your loyalty. You've been with a business for 10 years, or, airlines, you book 10 flights, 20 flights, and you get rewarded for it. Energy, health insurance, it's not the case. You're essentially getting taxed. The more loyal you are, the more you get taxed. And unless you're regularly shopping around or regularly getting discounts, you're paying too much.
And has One Big Switch been effective in other countries?
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got a presence in Scotland and in Australia. So we started in Australia 4 years ago, and across all these countries, we run campaigns on all sorts of utilities, health insurance, car insurance, energy, holidays, all sorts of stuff. So your household bills, that's what One Big Switch want to get cheaper.
All right, and people can go online to find out more?
Listen, I'd say to your listeners, if you haven't switched energy before, it's more than likely that you're paying too much. I'd join onebigswitch.ie. It's cost and obligation free. You're essentially throwing your hat in the ring and helping build the people power campaign. Once we've got an offer, we'll send it to you and you can choose if you want to take it up.
All right. Sounds good. That's great. Thank you very much for talking to us this morning, David. Appreciate it.
Not a problem.
As David Liston there from One Big Switch. And the key message is, however you do it, either through them or yourself or whatever, shop around. Trust me, these people don't care about you. They couldn't care less. So be as tough with them as they are with you.
The Live Drive with Gary Connor.
Hello there. Check me out today from 4 for 3 hours.